I create content for brands as well as help other bloggers to level up their business and create that passive income to where they're not having to work harder but work smarter.
Hey, what's up web creators? This is Justin Jewell back with another Creator Spotlight. And this week we're talking to Nakisha Wynn, who's a veteran parenting and lifestyle blogger. So if you go to her blog, nakishawynn.com, you'll find tons of parenting advice along with personal stories, financial tips, and more. All right, so let's get Nakisha on a meet session and see how she gets everything done while staying true to the person she is. Hey Nakisha, welcome to Creator Spotlight. So first off, can you just tell me how you became a blogger and what made you decide to become one?
Ooh, that's a fun story. So I was in corporate America doing the whole working thing, and I had my little ones. I have 3 little ones, and it became just very strenuous to be working my full-time job and have little ones because I had 3 under the age of 1 at the same time. And so I was in a very unique parenting situation, I felt like. And so I was like, why don't I start a blog? Because I didn't see anybody that really looked like me doing the blogging thing. It was either, these fabulous girls showing off their fashions or these huge bloggers, and no one really that I could really relate to, and so I was like, let's share your story, because there has to be someone out there struggling through motherhood who wants a community of other women that she can relate to. And so I birthed my blog from that. If I were starting today, the very first thing I would do is connect with current bloggers that I look up to. So obviously, if you want to be in this space, people who are currently in the space. So I would make sure to cultivate relationship with the people that I look up to, whether that's commenting on their videos, commenting on their blog posts. Comment on the blog post because those are rare these days, and if you comment there, you're gonna stand out, okay? I would go and follow them on Instagram, and I would really just put myself into that person's community, right? I would study them to see what they're doing, how they're doing it, to see what the trends are, and then I would just go for it. I would not wait 30 days, 60 days, a year. I would start by starting. I would start imperfect. I would start with what I have and just simply start sharing. And I would be committed to getting better and committed to not quitting. YouTube University is a thing. So is Google College. I would do what I can, as much as I can, and then I would get mentorship to take me to the next level.
Okay, I see on your blog that you have a lot of different sections, and I'm wondering if you could just sort of break them down for us a little bit.
Okay, so I have a mom life section. That's where my roots are. That's how I started. That's what really caught the attention of everyone, because I was sharing a very unique story of being a single mom who decided to jump up and leave her corporate job and get out here and just wing it. So I started with motherhood. That's the foundation of what my business is about. I am so passionate about moms, pursuing after their real life dreams and, just going for it. So I talk about motherhood because that's where my heart is. That's what I am. And it would just not even make sense to leave that out of my story. So mom life. The finances is because that's where my background is banking. And I really, really, really have overcome some financial things in my life, my banking background, and also my background with dealing with, credit issues and learning how to budget and learning how to manage the finances by myself since being single. So that is really near and dear to me as well. I know that a lot of single parents, that is what I speak to on my blog, have some of those issues too. And so I share things around, saving money and how to budget and making money on the side, like side hustles and everything like that. I think is important because one of the biggest things that I learned, which helped me to truly get out here and work for myself, is multiple streams of income is huge. And that's something that I didn't learn until I feel later in life. Why didn't they tell me that in high school? Girl, you need multiple streams of income, but that's something that I didn't know. So I think it's super important for me to share those things on my blog. And then I have a travel section where I share all things Florida life because I'm a Florida girl. I'm a Florida native. I love the beach. I love Disney, all that good stuff. So you're absolutely going to get that. I have to tell that story because that's a part of who I am as well. I'm basically just sharing the journey as I go. You know, when my kids moved into this stage, it's like how to get them to share. And so I'm just really telling my story on the blog.
How do you come up with ideas for your blog?
So because I'm so engaged with my audience, I go live often on YouTube, on Instagram. I use what my audience is asking me. I think it's one of the most amazing ways to come up with content ideas. It's because if you are having that ongoing conversation with your audience, they will tell you exactly what they want to see. And so I take their ideas. Obviously, it needs to make sense with the SEO and everything else like that. And that's how I get my ideas. I look at also what's doing well on the site or what's doing well on the YouTube channel, if there's overlap in the two, and if it makes sense, like I said, with the SEO and the traffic, if I feel like I can rank for it, then I go for it.
We were wondering, do you keep a content calendar?
Oh, for sure.
Nice.
For sure. I literally, there's no way I could do this and stay on task and on track and create as much content as I do if I did not. Absolutely, hands down, the video that's coming out on the channel tomorrow is about my content calendar, literally. So it's essential. I think that especially if you have other businesses or if you're working other jobs, it's essential to stay on task, to make sure you're staying up on trends. Absolutely. Content calendar, period. Absolutely. You do not own these social media platforms. You don't own any of that. I think it's super important for you to have a home. I think it's important for people to have a place to go to see what you're all about. People will watch you for months before they even reach out. People will go, if I only have your social media to go, I don't really know what's your story. I want to go to your blog. I want to see your about section. What is this girl about? Why did she start? So I think it's absolutely worth it to have a home base, right? You wouldn't stroll around town without a home to go to at the end of the day, right? And it's the same thing for your online life. You need a home and a place to house your information and to house who you are about so that when people are ready to pay you, they can have somewhere to come and knock on the door to give you the check.
Okay, so we were wondering, it just seems like you put out so much content. Are you a one-woman show?
I am a one-woman show, okay? This is a one-woman show. Listen, it can be done. I will tell you, it takes hard work, persistence, and dedication. You gotta really, really want this. And I really, really want this. Like, for me, it is such a absolute pleasure and privilege to be able to do something I absolutely love every single day. As you can see, I love to talk. I'm a people person. I thought I was gonna be an attorney, so I get to talk to my camera every single day. You know, I get to create content and share fun, cool fashion and share my kids, and I think it's a privilege, right? And so you have to be determined. However, there does come a time where you have to outsource, and I am in that moment right now. Looking for people to outsource some things too, because yeah, the more opportunities come, the more overwhelming it becomes, but I've been doing this on my own the entire time.
All right, it was so great talking to you. Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.